Hi, welcome to Code.io. This is day 20 of 100 days of code, and the question for today is called string reversal. Let me just read the question first and then we'll move on to the approach. So here goes the question. Given a string, say yes, print it in reverse and eliminate the repeated characters and spaces. Okay, so this is the question. The words themselves are quite simple. Now I'll explain what the question is. So let us consider this input, right? We have a string called geeks for geeks, and we are supposed to print this string in reverse. Okay, so starting from the rightmost character to all the way up to the leftmost one, in that order. Okay, so you're going to print this in reverse, but you have to eliminate the spaces and the repeated characters. Okay, so we'll start here, right? We'll print yes, obviously, because it is the first character, so it is not repeated and it is not a space. So yes is printed, and then we'll move on to k will be printed, then we'll move on to e will be printed, and for the next e, you'll know that e has already occurred, right? So you'll not print this character, and we'll move on to the next character, which is g. So g will be printed, and then you'll move on to the next character, which is space, and you'll not print the space. Okay, so this is the logic that we are supposed to write the code for. Okay, so how exactly are we going to do this? Since we are required to print this in reverse, we are just going to use a for loop that starts from the last character and goes all the way up to the first character. So that is the basic thing that we are going to do. But while doing that, you are going to note if the character is already occurred. Okay, so you're going to make note of that. And for checking space, it's quite simple, just an if condition. But for noting if the character has already occurred, we are going to use a hash map. Okay, so let me just draw a simple hash map over here. Okay, so we'll have two categories, one being key, another one being value. So the key will be of character data type, and value will be of integer data type, but I'm just going to have the name as val here. Okay, so it's fine. Okay, so what you're going to do is that we are going to start traversing from the end of the string. We first have yes. Now what you're going to do is that we are going to check if yes is a space. Okay, is yes a space? Yes is not a space, right? So you're going to check if s is actually present in the hash map. Okay, so this is the hash map, and you're going to check if yes is present here. As you can see, the hash map is empty, it has no character, so yes is not present. So you will append yes to the answer string. Okay, you will append yes to the answer string. You'll append yes to the answer string. Okay, now you'll move on to the next character, but before that you're going to add s into the hash map, so that if s comes again, you'll know that s has already occurred. Okay, because hash map is the table that you're going to use to check if the character has already occurred. Okay, so we are checking for s, and we are moving on to the next character, which is k. Okay, now we are in the second last character, which is k. Is k a space? K is not a space. You are going to check if k is actually present in the hash map. K is not present in the hash map, so you can append k in the answer string. You can add k to the hash map. Okay, so you are going to do the same process again for the next character e. E is not present in the hash map, so you append it to the answer string and you'll add e to the hash map. Now we are here at the second e. Okay, this e. So when this comes, e is obviously not a space, but when you check if it is present in the hash map, you can see that e is already present in the hash map. Okay, so we have entered there, right? E is already present in this hash map. So in that case, you will not add it to the answer string, and you'll just straight away move on to the next character. Okay, the next character is g. Is g a space? G is not a space. G is not present in the hash map as well. So you'll add g to the hash map, and you'll add it to the answer string. Okay, you will then move on to the next character, which is a space. Okay, and you'll obviously not include space, so you'll move on to the next character, which is r. Okay, r is not a space and r is not already present in the hash map, so you'll add r to the hash map and you'll add r to the answer string. So this is the logic. I hope you got what you are trying to do. Okay, so this is the logic. Now we'll move on to Geeks for Geeks and try to program this. Now we are getting Geeks for Geeks. I'll give the link to this question in the description. You can try it out after watching this video. Now, as we already discussed in the approach, we are first going to create a hash map, right? So I'm using C++, so I'm going to create an unordered map, and it is going to have char as its key and int as its value, and I'm just going to name it map. Okay, that is it. Now I'm going to create a string and I'm going to name it answer, and I'm going to initialize it with nothing. Okay, so I've created a string as well. So it's an empty string. I've created a unordered map. Now we are going to traverse this given string in reverse. Okay, so I'm going to write a for loop for that. Int I equals s dot size minus 1, because we are starting from the last index, and I greater than or equal to 0, meaning we are going all the way up to the first character of the string, and I minus minus, you should be very clear with that because we are traveling in reverse, right? Okay, now you are going to see if your current character is a space, okay, and also if it is already present in the hash map. So to check if it is a space, I am just going to write if s of I equals a space, okay, or map of s of I equal to 1, meaning that the character is already present in the map. If any of these conditions, either it could be a space or it could be already present in the hash map, so if any of these conditions are true, you are just going to continue with the loop, meaning that you are skipping this character and moving to the next character. Now if it is not a space and it is not already present in the hash map, in that case you will append this to answer. So answer plus equals s of I, you are appending this to answer and you are also adding it to the hash map. So map of s of I equals 1. Okay, so this is it. Now at the end of the loop you can just return answer, and that is all you have to do. Now we'll try to run this and see if it works. A small syntax error, there should be comma in between character and integer in hash map declaration. So once you add that, the code is working fine, and all test cases have passed. Hope you understood this logic. If you have any questions, put them in the comments, and thank you so much for watching. See you on tomorrow's episode of 100 Days of Code. Bye for now.